Thurgood Marshall, Chief Attorney on behalf of Brown in the case Brown v. Board of Education, who would go on to be the first Black American to serve on the Supreme Court, once said, "The legal system can force open doors and sometimes even knock down walls, but it cannot build bridges. That job belongs to you and me. The country can't do it. Afro and white, rich and poor, educated and illiterate, our fates are bound together." As his saying is relevant to today, this case is, one might argue, as unfinished, as schools are appearing similar to those in history. Brown v. Board took place in 1954 in the Supreme Court, debating segregation in education. It concluded with Brown's victory and schools were integrated. Black Americans celebrated as schools were integrated. Meanwhile, white Americans were divided in opinions. Some supported desegregation and others opposed to desegregation, expressing their opinion and either threatening to withdraw their children from school or with violence. The integration process throughout the United States of America took time, including effort and determination from Black Americans and others. There were challenges leading to successes, such as the Little Rock Nine, years after Brown v. Board. It was a group of 9 Black students integrating Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas, where many white American segregationists stood in their way violently. This caused the U.S. president to bring soldiers to protect the students. With the victory of Brown, the case helped bring the civil rights movement beginning on December 1st, 1955. Rosa Parks was arrested and fined because she refused to give up her seat to a white person on the bus. This action inspired many others to boycott city buses in Montgomery, Alabama, where Parks was arrested. In 1960, sit-ins were organized to integrate lunch counters, where Black Americans weren't allowed to eat. On August 28, 1963, the March on Washington occurred, where Martin Luther King Jr., a prominent civil rights leader, delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. These are just a few of the many key events that have led us to today. However, the hard work of the case was untied, and today, schools are similarly segregated to those 70 years ago. This is mainly due to neighborhoods and resources. Today, 1/3 of all students in the U.S. attend a school where a majority is the same race as themselves. The essential reason behind this is because of how neighborhoods and school districts were formed throughout history. This being, 70% of students attend the public school of their neighborhood. Black students are at a school today where 29% of their classmates are white, whereas in 1980, 36% of their classmates were white. The director of K-12 education in the U.S. Government Accountability Office, Jackie Nowicki, states that there are historical reasons why neighborhoods look the way they look, and some portion of that is because of the way our country chose to encourage or limit where people could live. Neighborhoods are also shaped through how homes are priced, whether those who live in the home are low or high-income workers. Schools have also been creating new districts, known as district secession, where the school leaves an already existing district to create a new district for themselves, typically filled with white wealthy people. Nowicki also says that there is clearly still racial division in schools, and says that groups of race and ethnicity with a smaller population and higher poverty rates are going to the same school. She then says, what that means is you have large portions of minority children not only attending essentially segregated schools, but schools that have less resources available to them. Resources can include small class sizes, which enables students to receive higher attention individually from teachers. Brown v. Board of Education would have successes and challenges, but eventually schools would be integrated and society would take a curve to a brighter future. However, today, school integration has regressed, and there is still much work to be done.